Behind me, that's the Goliath of capital, the Marathon Petroleum Company. In 2021, they reported a loss of $63 billion compared to their before, there's $63 billion. Why does a $30 billion difference make any matter? It's profit after all. It's after every expense, after employees paid, investments made, the funds put in special projects. That's profit. And you might tell me that it matters a lot that it's in the newspaper that you lost $30 billion, whereas before you made 93, it's still profit. That's how I felt after reading a newspaper in a grocery store. I had just gotten off work and we're allowed one food paper after work, and I read it, and that question stopped me for a long time. Of what does it matter about profit? About what does it matter if you make $1 versus 63 versus 93 buddy? What's the real incentive? And that led me to Marx. During Christmas time, my family gave me a little book, the Communist Manifesto, and I read it. It explained labor's surplus theory of value and where commodities come from, where money comes from, and its purpose in society. And that is where I learned of capitalism and its great plague in America. You see, with settler colonialism and capitalism combined together, you get the rampant racism we see, the rampant housing crisis we see, and rampant wealth inequality, the great contradiction of society. Why I can sit here in this pristine park owned by a Marathon company, and then about a block away see about 20 vacant lots, all in Finland. All could be solved if we took that money and diverted it somewhere else. But we don't. You can't. Not with capitalism. That's why I'm a socialist. So I can fight for a future where that's not a thing. Where we don't have these conglomerates of capital that poison our water, that pollute our earth, not be held accountable when they do it, and not be able to share their money, not be able to redirect that funds to some people who actually need it. That is the greatest problem plague in our country, is that there's so much inequality and we can't fight it. And there's forces here, fascism, that want to increase that, want to make more people poor, want to expel them, want to kill them. And it's been asked to me, and asked to a lot of people I know, what do we do about it? You know, who do we join? What are some steps I can take? And I said the first one is join an organization, join DSA. You know, it's the largest socialist organization there is, with so much resources available in a chapter in every state. Why wouldn't you? It's, and for what happened in New York with the mayoral win, with Zohar Mamdani, I don't see why it's not possible here. Why we can't start a revolution in our own countries, you know, our own little counties, our own little states. Why must it be contained in New York? Why not let's seize the opportunity while it's ripe in our hands to make socialism happen everywhere, right? That's what needs to happen. That's how we fight off fascism. That's how we solve the wealth inequality. That's how we stop people from being evicted from their homes, to set up oil wells, to stop land developers purging housing, buying it, not selling it, using it as a scarcity tool to make houses so inextricably high no one can buy them. No one but other rich friends who do the exact same thing. You know, why does a billionaire out in San Francisco need 23 houses in Toledo? Why is it when a young homeowner wants to buy one home, they can't? The people selling the houses want you to buy bundles of houses. So you can rent them people, you can exploit profit. The human drive to just own a house has to be commodified and wrecked in the American capitalist society. And it has to go. It has to go, and the way to replace that is socialism. Socialism is the key that unlocks all doors. Pre-liberation, black liberation, liberation from being unhoused, from being food insecure. I see families that have no access to SNAP, no access to food stamps anymore, you know? And what causes that? Fascism, which is enabled by capitalism here in America. And again, the way to fight that is socialism. So, if I leave you with anything today, so join DSA. Fight for a better world, because one is possible, and one is achievable. And if it all takes is one person help another person, that's all it takes. As Pete Seeger said, many stones to build an arch, drops of water turn a mill. One single step can win a march. And that's what we have. We're facing this long march ahead to achieve socialism, to overthrow this capitalist system. The way to do it is with DSA, the largest organization possible, with chapters in every single state.